Hey everybody, welcome to 11 Winery Virtual Happy Hour. Let's get going. Hey everybody, welcome to 11 Winery Virtual Happy Hour Live with me, Matt Albee, founder at Winery. I will shortly be joined by Alana from the tasting room. Hey Stephanie. And I'm sure there'll be dozens of people joining. Ted and Cece. Welcome everybody, welcome. There's a nice view, a street view of Winslow Way outside the team. There's Alana.
Yeah. Always. It's just part of my intro.
It's always nice to see how the street looks warm and sunny today.
It is. It's really nice
out. How's it been down there?
A little quiet, people got, I think, well stocked during the last week or so, but still people coming in,
I think people were, it's the first really warm day of the year, so I'm sure people are done off those bicycles and short pants and going outside for change.
Yes, I saw lots of shorts and someone just went by towing their boat,
How very Rhode Island.
Yes.
I apologize for being a little bit late. Part of my process, and hi to my buddy Mark Wilkins over on Facebook. Process is to not start getting ready until 2 minutes before, and then I get a real rush of adrenaline as I scramble and put everything in place. It's all part of my process. Yes, well, a busy day for me as always. I'm really glad that it's Friday. Feeling slightly exhausted. Slightly exhausted. Did you know why the bicycle couldn't stand up by itself?
I don't know.
It was too tired. Yeah. Sorry, I know it's not just a pandemic; it's a pandemic. Right. Sorry, people. Well, welcome to the 11 Winery Virtual Happy Hour, bringing together the 11 Nation for great wine fun, social media style, Instagram, split screen, Facebook Live with audio, and a lovely photo of Alana over there. You see, there's your picture. I was doing a family Zoom call for my nephew's graduation the other day in this same spot, and my wife said, "Who's that picture?" I'm like, "Do you want me to take that down?" It's like, "Yeah, it's very distracting." Strange random girl in my Zoom. Yes, just because you guys are staying home and staying safe does not mean you have to stay sober. Let's show the people what we mean, Alana.
I'm ready. I'm excited.
As always, I am Matt Albee, founder and winemaker. With me down at the Winslow location is Alana. And Alana, can you introduce the wines can you hold up your bottles while I put the rest of the wines up on our wheel of random wine selection that we've got over here?
Yes, definitely. So for whites today, we are doing our 2019 Chenin Blanc, 2018 La Donella here, and our 2018 Pinot Grigio. Those are white. Next up, we will move on to our reds for some blending with our 2018 Carmenere, 2017 Malbec, and 2017 Cab. I am excited.
So whites and then reds, that's what we'd be doing any other day of the week, but this is Freaky Friday. So we're doing whites and reds. Yes, you're the one gets whites blended with reds. All right, so let's find out what we're gonna blend.
How many different white/red blends are we doing today?
Let's see what we can stomach. Let's see what we can stomach. All right, so looks like Malbec is going to be our first wine. Okay, let's spin again and find out what our next wine is going to be. While that's spinning, I'm going to run out my graduated cylinder because I forgot.
Oh boy!
Part of the process.
Just that little bit of tension, a little stress there to get things going. Right now, I'm going to give, since Matt is not here, a shameless plug. Because it is Mother's Day this weekend, and I don't think there's anything else that they quite like Pink Heart Bubbly, which is our rosé bubbly. I'm going to be having some on Sunday for Mother's Day. I think you all should as well. I've got
that's good thinking right there. Normally on Mother's Day we do free tasting for mothers, but we don't have any. We don't have any tasting. We have no taste at all.
No.
Sorry, Mom. Okay.
All right.
Are you ready? All right. Somebody moved my graduated cylinder, but I found another one. Yeah, that's so weird. My cheese. All right. So wine number 2 is La Donella.
Ooh.
So this is going to be really weird. Oh God. Okay. We might have to find my other. Aha. The random die of wine percentages. Here we go. For wine number 1, this is the Malbec. All right, 60% Malbec. So
okay.
60. Oh wait, let's do before we that. We get to taste these individually.
Okay.
That's
I was hoping you were going to say that.
That's important. I'm going to taste the La Donella first.
That's a good call.
Smells like nice bright appley pear. Finally, we get to the not staying sober part. Nice light sweetness to it. If you guys are playing along at home, you can do this, or you could not do this part.
I don't know if you want to join us.
Totally up to you. This part, I recommend this. Stick with this part. The blending part. Well, you could wait and see what we think, and then try it.
Yeah.
Last week, it was surprisingly okay, as I recall. All right.
Last week we just did 3. We did all 3 wines together.
Did we?
The white, the 3 of the reds. This is whole new territory.
That wasn't Thursday.
It may have been Thursday, but we definitely did it on Friday.
Oh, okay. Huh. Maybe we switched things up because we did that yesterday. Three-way Thursday. Yeah. See, Freaky Friday, 3-way Thursday, Wacky Wednesday, 2 for 2. It's a whole.
Got it all going.
It's a whole. Never mind. All right. The Malbec smelling kind of buttery to me today. Still free, but like I don't know, like toast with like a lot of butter and a lot of jam and toast and a lot of toast. All right. As always.
Sounds like someone is telling you that there was 3 on Friday and whites and reds on Thursday last week.
Okay.
Like that.
All right. Okay. Well, you would know. I can't. I'm here every day. I can't keep track. All right. Well, I throw off our viewers at home. We were just making. Last week was the first week of random blend tires, so we were just kind of making it up as we went along.
Yeah.
And we hadn't come up with the very clever marketing of 3-way Thursday, which I thought was good myself.
I like it.
I'm freaky anyway. All right.
What are we doing here?
Okay, so we're putting 30 mLs of Malbec Now I'm kind of glad I found this other graduated cylinder because I like it better than the other one. All right, 30. I'm very, very scared about this right now. I'm going to be straight up. I'm nervous. I don't know how this is going to be. All right, and then 20 mLs of Donella. Whoa. It's really easy to overpour because it's such a long way from the top down to where the wine is. All right, well. I feel like the evil mad scientist noises are totally appropriate when you're doing something as screwy as this. All right.
All right.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This feels really wrong.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous.
It smells like extra jammy kind of thing. I know we might get some lovely like cherry candy fruit actually. I don't know, let's find out. You know what? Not bad.
It's actually not, yeah. And, it kind of makes Malbec sort of like enhances the flavor and adds that little touch of sweetness.
Yeah, like it's a little bit, like Malbec is very kind of big and round, and this adds like a little bit of lightness to it, kind of drags it back towards brightness, and this little bit of sweetness. I mean, it doesn't taste sweet, I don't think. It's just more like fruity. I've had worse.
Yeah. It's significantly better than I expected it to be.
I could drink that all day. I'm trying to think, like, what if you had to compare that to like some other style of wine, like where would you drop that in?
I want to say it's kind of like rosé-esque, but like not.
But like much richer.
Yeah, almost like a rosé.
It's almost like it's almost like a. Have you ever had Yellowtail Shiraz?
I can't say that I have had Yellowtail, no.
So it's like super fruit bomb. Fruit bomb is the word for. And they make it with a little bit of residual sugar. And you're getting customer service compliments in the comment there.
Hey,
yes.
Robin.
Thanks, Robin. Is that Robin? I can't see the whole thing. Yes, that's Robin. I think that case arrived back here today. Sorry.
Good.
Thank you.
I was looking for it.
Yeah. It's here. It's like right here. There it is. Oh, nope, can't see it. Anyway, Fruit bomb it's a wine that's like just made they do everything to it to make it more and like focus on those fruit aspects of it, which would include like what you call rack and return, not delistage, but where you like, so the seeds tend to fall to the bottom in a red wine fermentation. So one thing you do is rack the wine out of the fermenter, off this, and then throw the seeds out because the seeds have some tannins and non-fruit flavors in them, and then put the wine back in the fermenter. There's a name for that, but rack and return, and just really fast fermentations, press it off while it's still sweet, and then retain a little bit of residual sweetness to it. But this has got, I mean, this still has more character than a fruit bomb, but yeah, not bad. All right.
One more taste.
Let's spin the wheel again. Let's see how much time. Right. See how much time we have. Maybe we get through all three.
There's so many different combinations.
I know. My classmate Mark Wilkins is watching over on Facebook, and he's in Iceland. I wonder what time in Iceland, Mark. All right, Carmenere. Carmenere. And I don't know, what do you think would be better with the Carmenere, the Pinot Grigio or the Chenin?
That Chenin might bring up some interesting characteristics of the Carmenere. I don't know, that little like acid in there with the kind of earthiness.
Too bad it came up Pinot Grigio. Sorry, Alana. All right. So let's roll the die. Oh, only 20% of Carmenere. Ooh, well, this will be weird.
All right.
Oh my God, this is crack. It's fun.
Are we tasting them individually first?
Well, definitely. All right. Good thing I have a lot of glasses. I hope you have a lot of glasses.
I do, yes. Hopefully enough.
Okay, Carmenere. Carmenere, for those of you at home, Carmenere, a lesser-known Bordeaux varietal. It's probably, if people are trying to list off the 6 red Bordeaux varieties, Carmenere is probably the one they forget. They can get 5, and it's the hallmark of Carmenere is green pepper, nice pyrazines. All right, but before I put that in my mouth, I'll pour myself some Pinot Grigio. Pinot Grigio is a little bit familiar.
Ahead of you on the Pinot. It's nice.
Well, that smells lovely and refreshing.
Crisp.
It's definitely white wine weather for a change. Yum.
Yeah.
Wow, that tastes especially good today.
Agree.
Nice kind of ripe pear flavors. And then over in the Carmenere, I think I've noticed it's interesting what happens with these wines, because these wines, we put argon in these bottles after we're done here to keep them, keep the oxygen away from them, keep the oxygen from flavors. But a little bit of oxygen gets in there while we're pouring them and while we're talking and stuff, and then we purge it out. But there's definitely still flavor development over many days of storage on argon, but it's quite different from what you would get if you just left it on air. The flavors change much faster and in a different way. So it's interesting to see those changes and how they affect the wine. At home, I've been using the SodaStream to preserve bottles. So that's CO2, which has even a different effect. I mean, it really preserves the fruity freshness. And when the bottles get kind of low, you'll actually get some CO2 dissolving into the wine to give it a little bit of tingle, which takes a few minutes to blow off in the glass.
Interesting.
Ooh, green pepper. All right. So, alrighty.
There we go.
Green pepper, but with a lot of fruit, so it makes it really nice. All right, so this is going to be only 10 mLs of Carmenere.
Okay.
This is going to be almost like rosé. It's definitely, yeah. Okay, nailed it. Ambu de Carmenere, and then we're going to go the rest of the way up with. I wish you guys could see this pouring. I gotta move my drip rag.
I know. I always could appreciate how hard it is to pour from a wine bottle into a graduated cylinder. I thought pouring people move their drink was hard. This is harder, maybe.
Okay. You can see very light in color. It's still darker than rosé.
Yeah.
Because rosé, like if you wanna simulate rosé, I mean, it only takes like 2 to 4% of a red wine in white wine to give you rosé color, depending on what you're going for. Yeah, very, very little. And this is what did I say? 20%. 20%. So that's a lot darker. But still, it's you can see through it pretty well. It's pretty light.
Yep.
I'm told that in France, it smells very much like Pinot Grigio. In France, very much like Pinot Grigio. In France, the farm workers will drink red wine, watered back half and half with water, which I really need to try. Someday I haven't. Someday I try that. I keep saying that, and I never actually tried it. You know, this program would be a great time for us to actually try that someday. All right. Still tastes like Pinot Grigio.
I know. I almost get none of the Carmenere.
Maybe just a tiny bit on the finish. And yeah, it's surprising for I mean, how that doesn't look like Pinot Grigio. It smells like Pinot Grigio.
It's interesting how strong those. Obviously, red. The color is going to be more so, but the white definitely holds its own. It doesn't get too drowned out by the small the Carmenere.
Yeah. I mean, maybe a little bit on the finish. You get a little bit of tannins, a little bit of a little rougher. It's a little bit less clean fruit, but still most definitely the Pinot Grigio is kicking ass in that blend. Well, we still got a little time. Should we do the remaining combo?
We might as well. I mean.
Okay, here we go. So that means that the last two ones are Chenin Blanc. Oh lordy. And Cabernet Sauvignon. Oh boy. Okay, here we go.
Like a go big or go home kind of finish, I feel like.
I know, right? These are like the two bad boys. Like Chenin Blanc is like of white wines. I mean, it's got tons of crispness, acidity, and Cabernet is like your big tannic flavors from Bordeaux. So let's see. They're gonna duke it out. Maybe should we? Okay. Nice fruity nose. Yeah, I mean,
Chenin is so good.
I don't want to mess with that. So this is the Cabernet here.
Not a lot of this left.
No?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh boy. How much do you think we have left?
A few cases? Maybe 8?
Wow.
Maybe.
See, that's just dynamite. I love that. I love how that's, it's been in the bottle for about a year. And man, it's showing really well right now. The red wines in general tend to just show really great after that first year. All right, well, what do you think? Should we die or should we just go 50-50 and
oh boy,
who wins?
I don't know. I'm kind of 50-50 could be fun. See who comes out on top.
All right, let's do it. I'm gonna see if I can I get more of my no. If I tip it down far enough to see the cylinder, it's gonna fall over. All right. Here we go. Chenin Blanc versus Cabernet. Chenin v Cab. It's the wrongest of wrongs. Folks, you will not see this on any other virtual tasting program.
I don't think so. We do some crazy things at 11.
those other virtual tastings, they're just dull by comparison. All right, here we go. There we have a 50-50. It's definitely significantly lighter than our Cabernet, although, you know, Cabernet is not known for having the strongest color. That's why they grow Petit Verdot and Malbec in Bordeaux to blend in with the Cabernet, give it a little bit more darker. Woo. Okay, we'll see.
I think I get like a stronger Chenin smell actually on the nose. This is very daring.
See, this is gonna when we tasting rooms, you guys are just gonna have so much depth of experience to fall back on and talk about with your customers. This wine mixed with this other wine.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we'll get requests.
It's a whole new, wow, custom, right? You know, bartenders like mixing wine blends, custom blends, custom cuvee. What in the?
We already have. We've done a little bit before. I can think of one.
Really?
Only one off the top of my head. Yeah, as it turns out,
like a Diavola mashup thing.
Oh, well, kind of like a Diavola, but bubbly with a little bit of sweet Sarah. It's really interesting. And it's kind of like a little spritzy cocktail.
Right. I do not know what this is. This bizarreness. All right. I do not know what to make. So I'm just gonna drink it. All
right.
It reminds me of like college days, like pour a bunch of stuff there, hand it to somebody else, drink this. All right. Except for it wasn't like really nice wine that we were doing that with. All right.
No.
It was like, yeah. Cool. Rum and yeah, PBR, right?
That sounds awful.
No, not. I swear, no. We didn't have PBR. It was in California. We had Grain Belt, and I'm trying to remember the name of the soda that we had down there. All right.
Here we go.
Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
Yeah, that kind of almost leaves you speechless, you know?
I'm not going to drink the rest of that, I don't think.
No, I don't care for that one. I think of all three, that was my least favorite. I feel like today we started, you know, at the top, we kind of went down as we
Yeah, that was, I mean, I think both of those wines just have a lot of personality and they're just going in different directions. And that was not so good. One thing that there is one interesting thing to note about this is that from a winemaking perspective is that acidity enhances the perception of tannins. So the more with the same amount of tannins in a wine, increase the acidity, you get more astringency. So that feeling like you're effectively, it makes the wine drier to have more acid, if that makes sense. So that feeling like your tongue's been dried by a towel, it's not just the tannins. I mean, it's the tannins that are doing that, but it's enhanced. The more acid there is in the wine, the more of that you get. So in this horrible blend that I never put in my mouth again, it was the Chenin has a lot of acid. It's really, and by itself, it's really lovely and makes it go great with all kinds of food, like anything you throw at it. But when you add that to the cab, it just increases the acidity cab. So even though the we were doing it 50-50, so half the tannins of the cab in this wine, like it still was more astringent than the straight cab because that acidity bump. So So, you know, even though it's total crap and don't ever do that, there's something to be learned from it.
Yeah. Well, and also what I'm thinking when you're talking about that too is that, you know, not that most people would. Most people take a cab and pair it with like a steak, but you also want to pair it then with, say, like a lemony chicken piccata or something like that, where you got acid in there, because then it would just really like hit hard with the tannins in the cab, right?
Fantastic point. All right.
Good to know what to pair wines with and also what not to pair wines with, right?
Right. Exactly right. So I'm gonna head out. I picked up dinner. Drove across the Hood Canal Bridge to my favorite little food truck, Rise on Shine, where they do pastries most of the time. Main pastries, but on Fridays they do dinner to go. So picked up some dinner from there. So I'm gonna head out. Thank you everybody for joining us. Super fun as always, and instructive and informative. If you're running low on wine, come see Alana at our Winslow store and pick up some bottles, or order online. Oh yeah, don't forget Mother's Day, Rosé Bubbly.
Day. Yeah, Rosé. Any dads out there, that is the ticket.
Speak mom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, it's a very special gift, very limited supply. Got a pink heart right on it. Definitely do that.
Perfect.
Don't know why we didn't have a marketing campaign about that. Anyway, but this is our marketing campaign right now to all of you who are watching.
Exactly.
Go get that pink bubbly. I mean, that's probably because there's only a few cases of it left. So that's all we really have people for. So go down to our Winslow location and get that this weekend. We're going to be open on Sunday. And hey, great news. We are one being back open.
Yes, can't wait.
Hang in there, people. We got this. And remember, it doesn't matter if your glass is half full or half empty. There's room for more wine, so pour it. Thanks, Alana.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Have a good weekend, everyone.
You too.